Yo, what's good? What's going on, man? Salute to everybody tuning into the channel. It's your boy Acito, man. Damn, Shannon Sharpe, man. It's looking like, man, he losing it, bro. He losing it, man. We have not seen him on ESPN. According to his YouTube for the Nightcap show, a lot of the sponsorships, Boost Mobile, DraftKings, a lot of the logos and the sponsors are no longer, visible on the podcast. It's just very unfortunate, man. It's very unfortunate, and it's a very teachable moment, man. Very teachable moment. In my last blog, I had mentioned it's very, very dangerous now. Becoming a celebrity, becoming a public figure, that's very, wealthy. It's extremely dangerous, man. Just like it's extremely dangerous being an artist, being an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? You really have to keep your head on a swivel. For the jack boys, for the woman that's plotting on your riches, and if you're an individual that not used to, getting women or not used to having money, you don't have the proper people around you to kind of keep you, in place, you'll crash out. You'll go off the handle, and even though, Shannon Sharpe, grown ass man, there's so many women out there, man. I'm talking beautiful from women in their 50s, 40s, as successful as he was, bro, out of all women, you're gonna pick a 19-year-old OnlyFans model. It's just, I don't know, man. It just shows the lack of responsibility, and for him to be doing this for 2 years with this woman and not having certain documents signed, gag orders and things of that nature. It's I don't know, man. So we're seeing the results of this. He stepped down. He took a leave of absence from ESPN. I see a lot of people saying that he got fired from ESPN. He actually took a leave of absence. So I believe he's stepping down until the NFL season actually starts. In the meantime, he's going to fight. He's going to fight these allegations, and now his ex-wife or his ex-girlfriend, she's come out and pretty much doubled down on the claims of abuse and kind of co-signing the alleged accusations being made against him, and it's just like, damn, bro, the deal that he was set to receive, believe, from ESPN, I highly doubt if that deal's on the table anymore. But it's good to see that, he still has, his podcast, Club Shay Shay. He still has the Nightcap. So he still can work, and still produce content as far as, on his YouTube channel. And that's the blessing of having your own. Had he would have just been an individual that solely relied on ESPN to produce content, he would have been in trouble. He would have been in big trouble. You know what I'm saying? So him just having, the right people in his corner when it comes to the business aspect of things and having his shit in order, it kind of keeps him above float, But it's just, man, when I see this OnlyFans 19-year-old girl, bro, then I see his ex was another white. He clearly has a thing for white women, bro. Clearly, you know what I'm saying? And I don't got nothing against white women. I don't have nothing against white women, but we're not gonna act like there's not this stigma out here that black men, when they get successful, they have a tendency, to run to the opposite race. And now, I don't like that narrative, because we're in 2025, bro. It's not like that, but with most cases with successful black men, But you do have some, that hey, people are entitled to like who they want, marry who they want, sleep with who they want, you know. But for me, it's like if I'm a multi-millionaire, I got all these endorsements, I'm successful, I'm one of the top podcasters, NFL, not even NFL, sports podcasters, commentators in the sports regiment. I'm protecting that, bro. And you got to think too, like the amount of people on his staff that he provided employment for that's going to be affected from this. And who knows how long this is going to drag out in court. Even if Shannon Sharpe does win this particular case, I feel like the damage of public opinion is going to be detrimental. By the time the end of the summer or the NFL season starts, like, there's no telling the amount of pictures, videos, audio recordings that's going to come out. It's just like, you really got to just kind of wait and see. And on top of that, him offering a $10 million settlement. I mean, I'm a little conflicted on that. Like, I don't necessarily have a problem with that if his intentions was to kind of keep this kind of on the hush, because knowing the domino effect once this hits, public ears, the perception of it is going to be more detrimental than the actual accusation. You know what I mean? Because now you're innocent till proven guilty, but now it's like when you have such accusations of assault, sexual assault, and rape, that's detrimental, bro, to your brand, especially when you're a brand entity like Shannon Sharpe. You have to prove yourself, and that can take years. So, you got to be very careful, man. ESPN is owned by Walt Disney. That's a family, children-oriented, institution. Like, you gotta be very careful, man. You gotta be very careful. But I'm definitely hoping and praying that he's not guilty of these accusations. But I can't be surprised when it comes to these celebrities, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say, like, prayers to both sides, because I don't know if she's telling the truth. I don't know if she's lying. I know this Tony Busby guy doesn't have much credibility, but I'm just praying for the families that's affected. You know what I'm saying? And the people that work for, Shannon Sharpe, that rely on, the podcast and, his team and things of that nature. I my prayers are with them, man, because you don't know what the fate is gonna hold, and we just gotta wait and see how everything's gonna pan out. But let me know what y'all think, in the comment section, man. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on all social media platforms at AceIsWorking. It's your boy Acito. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.